Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that Uber is a transportation network company well-known for its ride-hailing apps? And do you know that in 2018, the full-year revenue for Uber is $11.3 billion? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to our respectful judges, which is Madam Hanis binti Kamaluddin. So today we will introduce to you about Uber company. But before that, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Nur Fatiha Najwa binti Arifuddin, and I am from the SCM 4A.
My name is Khairunisa Farhana binti Khairunizar, and I am from BSM 4A.
I am Muhammad Amirul Hilmi from BSM 4A.
Hi, my name is Muaz. I'm from BBMM 1A.
Thus, without further ado, let us go to the first presenter.
So what is Uber? Basically, Uber is a highly innovative transportation company which has launched in San Francisco in USA, March 2009, by Travis Kalanick and Garen Kemp. According to Uber.com 2017, the company required both the drivers and the passengers to have access to the Uber app to be able to avail the service. From black cars, Uber managed to introduce UberX in 2012 and Uberpool in 2014 to simplify transportation. According to Hartamas and McCallum 2016, the company that initially started in the business in the USA has spread over 556 cities in the world and now operates over than 77 countries. Apart from transportation, they also delivers food, and that called Uber Eats, Uber Technologies, and American multinational transportation network, which is service hailing, food deliveries, and bicycle sharing system. The company is based in San Francisco and has operation in over 785 metropolitan area worldwide. Its platform can be accessed via its website and also via mobile apps. So this is their social media that we can connected with them, which is for Facebook is fb.com/Uber and also their Twitter @Uber. So basically this is the logo that we all know that this is the traditional Uber logo. It's a very classic, and this is for the mission and vision. So for the mission, that Uber said, which is we ignite opportunity by setting in the world motion. And also their vision is we take on big problems to help drivers, riders, delivery partners, and eaters to get moving in more than 600 cities around the world. So basically, vision for the Uber have set 3 phases that they have to achieve, which is phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. For phase 1, they said that they want to create a world biggest taxi networking, which is connected riders with safe and reliable, convenient transportation provided at a variety of prices, points in a city around the world. And the phase 2 is create the world's biggest P2P logistic platform, allowing anyone to either request or provide the physical delivery of a myriad of goods, service, and also the phase 2 have been in a progress, and they want to achieve a phase 3, which is a shift from 100% human driven logistic to 100% mission driven logistic, which is they want to improve their profit and also maximize their profit. So basically they said phase 3 the most difficult to achieve, but they want to try their best to achieve what they have set, the goal, what they have set for mission and vision. So I want to move to the location. So basically, the location for the Uber headquarters, which is the address is Uber headquarters at 555 Market Street, San Francisco, California 94105, between 10th Street and Fell Street in Soma, in the former Chevron building. So basically what you can see in the slide, this is Uber headquarters, which is located at USA, San Francisco. So I think that's all for introduction. I will pass it to Fatiha.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Fatiha Najwa and I will talk about the issues that have happened in Uber firm. For the first issue, it is actually have been divided into two categories, which is category that happened in Uber under their previous CEO, which is known as Chief Executive Officer, which is Travis Kalanick, and the other issue which is under the new CEO, which is Dara Khosrowshahi. This issue will be related to our topic, which is organizational behavior topics. Hence, for the three issues that will happen in Travis Kalanick is the first one is the sexual harassment issue, an issue that have happened in the workplace emotion, attitude, and stress. The second one is the bad employer, and the last one for the Travis Kalanick era is the accusation about stolen technology. Thus, we will go to these three era. For the first era that happened in Travis Kalanick era is the harassment issues. But before that, let us go to what is the meaning of workplace harassment. Workplace harassment is known as any unwanted or undesirable conduct that puts down or shows hostility or an aversion to another person at the workplace. It is an act done by any person the workplace intending to make the other comfortable. So, the blog, which title reflecting on one very strange Uber year at Uber in just a night, her blog has gotten people and media's attention. So let me tell a story about the harassment issue. Actually, this harassment issue have happened in Uber for a long time. And the percentage of women that have worked in Uber from 25% have decreased to 8%. And this one particular engineer, which is known as Susan Fowler, have worked there. In his first day, he has received a text, which is a sexual harassment text that have asked her manager have asked her to do sex with him, but he did not reply to the text, and he have straight go to the respective HR, which is known as human resource. But the respective HR have declined and said that what the manager does is not what the manager have usually does, and they do not want to eliminate the manager because the manager have a good work performance, and because of that he have give two choices to her. For the first choice is either she can work with other team or move forward, or the second choice is stay at the same team and expected to get poor performance from the manager when the review time come around. And because of this, she have go to another team because she did not want to get a poor performance from the manager. And when she have worked there for several years, she have facing with other women engineers, and they say that they have get the same sexual harassment from the same particular manager. This have shown that the respective HR have give a fully denial and have given a bluntly lie. Next, we will go to the next point, which is the bad employer. We are still in the Travis Kalanick era for your information. The bad employer is referred to the Travis Kalanick because Travis Kalanick have not give a good example to all the workers. A dashcam video caught by Uber CEO in a heated argument over prices. A video published by Bloomberg showed Kalanick losing his control in an argument with an Uber driver on Super Bowl Sunday after the driver confronted him about lower fares. The driver that confronted him actually is a driver that have get a loan just to increase their money, because he and other drivers wanted to be inside the Uber Black. The Uber Black is known for a luxury car so the customer is also the ones that have a high income. Hence, this will increase their commissions. Actually wanted to know why the Uber CEO have eliminated the Uber Black apps, because he and the other driver are not satisfied with what the Uber CEO have done, because the Uber CEO did not give any particular form or letter that have said that they wanted to eliminate the Uber Black. Hence, this has created a dissatisfaction among the workers and also the Uber CEO. But what the Uber CEO have intended and have give answer to the confronted driver is he said that the driver actually wanted to blame him for what he had done, and he is actually a lazy driver. And because of this, the confronted driver have give the video to the Bloomberg to show what is actually the real CEO characteristic is. Hence, we'll go to the accusation about stolen technology. We are still in a Travis Kalanick era. What actually have happened in the accusation about stolen technology is this one particular person, which is named as Anthony Lewandowski, is one of the company's most talented and best-known employee and had finally gone too far. What have Anthony Lewandowski do is he is working with Google and he have give the information to the to Uber and other company. The company that involved is not only the Travis Kalanick but also the Microsoft. What have Lewandowski do is Lewandowski have opened his own company while he is working with Google, and he have give the material, the technology that his company is doing to is providing to Google, and he also provide the technology to other companies such as Uber. And things did not go well, and Uber have find out what happened. So Google have find out what happened. Hence, Google have sued Uber, and Uber have agreed to pay Waymo a 0.34% equity stake, which at the time amounted to about 245 million. For your information, Waymo is under Google. Last for the issues of Uber firm is we will go to Dara Khosrow Shashi era, which is the new CEO for Uber. And the point is about the good employer. The good employer is for Dara Khosrow Shashi because he has give a good leadership. He has eventually reshaped the look of Uber as a toxic culture company who manipulated the woman to a smooth relations and had sealed a 9.3 billion investment deal led by the Japanese internet giant SoftBank. He also have performed a good working environment by showing the changes that Uber had done. He had appointed the first chief diversity and inclusion officer, which is Bo Young Lee, a Korean woman, and the number of women working with them have increased again. Uber trying to create the characteristic of effective teams. The effective teams model by identifying the factors determine whether the teams are successful or how the team should be staffed and the effective teams process. And what have Dara Khosrow Shashi done is actually the suing that Google have give is she have done an agreement. But what the Travis Kalanick do, he did not do anything about the Google suit issues. So this is a summary for Uber Black year in 2017. Before in August 2017, the same year, Dara Khosrow Shashi have taken over. We can see that for the first time in 2009 that the original idea is to make an ubercab.com to simplify the amount of waiting cab. Hence, in 2011, the first controversy have happened when the hashtag Uber movement have have happened, and this hashtag is used in Twitter. Next, in the same year, as I have said, the Susan Fowler, the respective Susan Fowler have started it all with her reflection on her blog about her sexual harassment. Next is the cocaine and groping. The cocaine and groping have happened when the company executive officer and the managers have done this activity inside the Uber firm itself. Next is the investor betrayal and the accusation of stolen technology between Google and also the Uber company. Next is Travis Kalanick argue with Uber driver, the Bloomberg dashcam that I have tell a story about. And lastly, a resurrection of Uber by Dara Khosrowshahi. What Dara have done in order to increase the performance of Uber company. And hence, we will go to the next presenter, which is Muaz.
Hi, madam. How are you? Hoping you're doing well. Okay, so for today, I'm going to present recommendation and solutions. So let's proceed. One of the issues that has been discussed is about sexual harassment. So I'm suggesting that in order for us to overcome this situation, to overcome this problem, which is we need to do the creation of labor union. What is labor union? Labor union is a medium where people or workers in an environment, in a society, to create and form a union in order for them to discuss the problem that they think they cannot do very much unless there's a person who lead the union. So that's why the creation of this labor union can give an impact, because I've studied the sexual harassment in office may be taken by internally. Before this, there's an issue where an employee cannot sue the CEO of the company because the CEO is at the top of the company. When she go to take the legal procedure, she lost. She lost the case because there's no such thing yet before this in the law. So, after a further review about this study, I'm suggesting the second recommendation, which is bring the case to the court. When I say bring the case to the court, you only can claim for damage. Okay, when I'm talking about damage, is something that involves your reputation. If the sexual harassment does not involve your reputation, does not involve the damage, so it's quite hard. So that's why the best solution that our group can give to you in order to overcome this is by the creation of labor union. Proceed to the next issue, which is bad leadership practice. Uber do have like a lot in common based on the bad leadership practice. But before this, we can analyze how Uber growth rate. Suddenly, the CEO become like very bad, do like a lot of bad things, so suddenly it's drop quite a little bit. So, in order to overcome this problem, I'm suggesting that a company need to evaluate using decision metric analysis. What is decision metric analysis? This is not in OB topic, but I believe by using matrix analysis, it will help organization towards the behavior of the community around that. So let's see what is exactly decision metric analysis. So based on this slide, okay, based on the slide, decision metric analysis is the weighted decision matrix where you can identify the criteria of a leader that an organization really need. Imagine this is an engineer company base. So what do you expect of a leader? Is it the way how the communication is, or is it how good the leader at doing things? Try to compare these three company: lawyer, accountancy, and engineer. These three have three major criteria, different in criteria. For example, the law, there must be the basic knowledge of law, not from engineer. For accountancy, they must be precise. The leader must have a precise, the attention to detail need to be like very wide. And for engineer, the leader must know how to ensure and how to get the job done. Okay, so let's proceed with my next point. Okay, before I proceed, let's do some magic trick. Because my battery is quite low, so I need to change places. So yeah, ta-da! Okay, so let's proceed. So my next point is to choose the leader by using MBTI and education background. MBTI is what? MBTI, you must be wonder, right? Okay, so MBTI is Myers-Briggs. So this MBTI do concern about 8 perspective, which is the E and I is once again another, which is E extrovert for someone like me, while I is for introvert for someone that not talk quite while, but yeah, they'll be doing great. And then the senses and the intuitive. The senses are for realistic people, where they focus on facts and detail, while intuitive is prefer on possibility, the way of a person to think, this might be happen, this might be happen. They see patterns, they're not being realistic, but based on the patterns, it shows that their result. Next is T and F, which is one is the thinker, where they think. Another one is the feelers, where they use heart. So usually the thinkers lack of emotion. When they lack of emotion, yeah, sort of problem can be happen, but also there are things that cannot be done with feelings. For example, a soldier. Can you imagine, madam? A soldier with the heart, where where they need to be forced to do something, but a leader, a sergeant in a soldier will be like, oh, how poor you are, you need to climb the trees. No, you can't. You cannot use emotion in army. You cannot use emotion. Okay, it depends on the situation, but the feelers, maybe for the psychologists, they need emotion. Okay, lastly, on the judges and perceivers, judge more into the stick to the plan. I make plan, you need to follow my plan. While perceivers, they make their option wide variety. As an entrepreneur, you cannot be like plan, because the market is shifting. You don't know exact things about the market. So based on this combination, Myers-Briggs has come up with 16 different personality based on the subject matters, based on the key that I've told you. Based on this key, okay, so one of these INTJ, INTP, ENTJ. For your information, I am from ENTJ, the commander. So yeah, it's quite hard for me to use my feeling and emphasize the feeling on others. But maybe the person with ENFP, the campaigner, they might be enthusiastic with things that they like. They are idealists. Okay, so proceed to the next issue, which is a good leadership practice. Okay, when I'm talking about good leadership practice, it's something that the new CEO have done, which is they challenge the process, they inspire the shared vision, they enable the others to act, they model the way and encouraging things from the hearts. Okay, a good leader will always find the best solution available. A good leader know how to react. For example, there's a guy which is not good at academic. A good leader and a bad leader. A bad leader might be stated like this: "You're stupid. Get out from here. I don't want to see your face." But a good leader might be saying like, "You're good. You're great. But maybe you can evolve. Maybe you can change the way you do, the way you did, the result might be different. So it is the same. They are trying to tell a person that they are not fit enough for the job, but a different way of telling what differs a good and a bad leader. So let's proceed to the next issue, which is the stealing of intellectual property. What is intellectual property? Intellectual property is a property. Is a property. What I mean by a property is something that owned by someone. But somehow, intellectual property is involved. The trademark, a process, a way of a company doing things. So there are some irresponsible people stealing intellectual property in the Uber marketplace. So how to overcome this? First, we need to prioritize intellectual property and trade secret protection, and then identify the most valuable data assets. Once identified, protect these assets. In order for you to overcome this, you need to adopt into a criminal mind how you steal other information. That's what you expect from others from stealing your property. So you need to adopt a criminal mind. And then you need to improve employee awareness. Sometimes employees do things that they don't think that is wrong, but it's wrong because they don't know, because the awareness is less. And lastly, you need to invest in a really strong data protection solution. Otherwise, it's going to be hard for a company to achieve what they want. The data will be like gone, just like a dust. Okay, we proceed. So, most of the problem is all come from conflict, and based on our subject, which is organizational behavior, I come up with one solution to solve anything, every problem, which is the process of solving a conflict. First, the first step to overcome the conflict or the source of the problem is based on organizational behavior. The first one is you need to get to know the source of conflict. When you know the source of conflict, you will know the core, the problem, the matters arise. Then you need to know the conflict perception and emotion. Usually people tend to use emotion, but as a great leader, you need to know how are this emotion, and you need to know how to manage the emotion. And then you need to manifest the conflict. When you manifest the conflict, you'll get to know, to get to look at the bigger picture. Lastly, you need to take a look on the conflict outcome. The conflict outcome determine either that company is good for you or is it a bad things that you should get rid of it. The conflict outcome is what you want. It's what you think. It's what you suggest for the better. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for the attention given. So I'll give my next point, not my next point, the other into Amirul. So Amirul, please come here.
Hi, my name is Amirul. So my present about pollution. I will start. With Uber. What is Uber? Okay, Uber start going well from their firstborn as cab computer in 2009, and then after 8 years in hailing industries, their market started falling down with one by one problem hit their company. So the issues start with sexual harassment issues from their previous owner, Travis Kalanick. So Travis has uh, Travis has start message his new employee to start a date because he frustrated with his girlfriend because his girlfriend has told many sexual activities. So he frustrated and started chatting with his new employee. So to overcome this issue, our group suggests, as Muazzid, is the creation of labor union. It will give granted to employee to feel safe when they come to the works. If they came to work, they will feel safe. Next is bad employer. Okay, a dashcam video capture Uber CEO is heated agreement over price. A video published by Bloomberg shows that Clinic losing his temper with an Uber driver at the Super Bowl Sunday after the driver conferred with lower fares. So it showed that bad leadership from the leader who is misleading without considering the consequences, doing something that can lead to destruction of one organization. So by doing some study, our group come up with two suggestions to solve this problem. So one is they evaluate the chosen top management using decision metric analysis. Then is choose the leader based on their personality type by using Myers-Briggs types and education background, which is its help that the company choose the right one to conduct the company. Okay, the third is accusation about stolen technology. So and Uber have buy some technology from company A. So the company A also sell the same technology to Google. So this issue is involve Google. So Google has been charged Uber stole their technology, but actually the company A sell to Google and Uber. So our suggestion is the company need to know who they want, who they will work with, so they will know their connection. The fourth is good leadership practice by top management. After having a bad issue from Travis, the Uber changed their new CEO to Dara Castrovo Shashi. Okay, first Dara have make a positive step, which all clean all the mess which is done by previous CEO. Then he used different power to help people comfortable with him. So he reshaped the Uber from the company with toxic um, involved with issues sexual harassment. So he cleaned up all the issue. So he um, make a clean about Google, and after doing some studies from other research, our group believe that his positive change coming from a good leadership practice by top management from Uber. So these practices is applicable and will have the development of Uber in the near future. So overall is Travis as a previous Uber CEO has become phenomenal in introduction of Uber. Then when the market is dropped, so Dara as their new Uber CEO has cleaned up all the mess that doing by Travis. That's all from us. Thank you.